I haven't filmed a YouTube video in so long. I don't even know how to sit in front of a camera anymore. Where do I even start? Happy New Year. It's 2023, which is absolutely insane. I haven't filmed a YouTube video in like 3 months, which is a lot, even for someone like me who doesn't post that much on YouTube. One of my New Year's resolutions, though, is to try to post 1 video a week. And the keyword is try, because it's the trying that matters the most. However, today we are going to be doing a Q&A. I haven't done a Q&A in like 2 years. Let's click on the last Q&A I did real quick. All I know is that I look so little. I'm blonde. It was my first YouTube video, like, as a content creator. I know this is just gonna pain me to click on. Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. I've never done this before, so this should be interesting. I'm not really sure what I look like a child. I'm gonna post on here yet, at least. I am a child. Anyways, so we're doing an updated one today because it's 2023. I'm sure I've changed a lot in the past 2 years. I would like to hope that I changed in the past 2 years. So let's get into it. I posted this on my Instagram story the other day, so if you follow me on Instagram, you were able to ask the questions. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, then that's really tragic and I don't know what to tell you. First question is, what are your New Year's resolutions, goals for 2023? I've got a couple. One, I already said, I'm gonna try to post a YouTube video a week. Honestly, like real talk, I really feel like TikTok lately has been dying. Not necessarily dying, but like things trend in and out so fast on TikTok. It is so hard to keep up with it. Like I was busy though, like the weekend, that Wednesday the show came out, and so I was like behind by like maybe like 3 days. Like I just had stuff going on and I missed like just that whole section of trending audios and stuff, only because I was 3 days late, which is crazy. Things just trend in and out so fast. So I need to expand upon my other like social medias. And I really want to give YouTube a lot of attention this year, because when I do post on YouTube, the feedback is pretty decent. If only I was just consistent, but I'm not. So let me look at my notes. I got a cute little note book thingy from Barnes & Noble to write in. Let's see. Okay, I want to get a better sleep schedule, try to post on YouTube once a week, try to get back into streaming on Twitch, not every day, because I know I can't do that, but I'm thinking maybe, you know, like Tuesdays and Thursdays I can do. Every year, I have the same resolution to drink more water, because I literally don't drink enough water at all ever, and every year, that's a resolution, and every year I don't do good on it, so we're gonna try and do that. I'm trying to save my money because I spend my money too much. And I'm gonna try and like work out a little bit or just exercise, like go on walks and stuff, because I kind of just sit at my desk all day, either painting or editing or doing whatever. I gotta move, you know what I mean? The next question is, what's your favorite thing about creating content? I think my favorite thing about it is just the fact that I am a pretty creative person. I always have been. That's like, I've just always been, you know, artsy. My major was sort of an artsy major. I was an industrial design major. So that's like a lot of making stuff. I just love having a creative outlet. So now that I have people that I can share my creativity with, and people like my creativity and they like give me feedback on it and we all bond over it, I enjoy what I make and people enjoy what I put out. So it's nice to share with people my creative side, if that makes any sense. Next question is, what's your most anticipated movie or show of this year? I'm not really sure what shows are coming out. I know there's like Outer Banks 3, You season 4. I think probably my most anticipated movie is Indiana Jones 5, I think. I don't know, I'm really bad at trying to remember everything that comes out. So if I'm forgetting something, I'm sorry, but just off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with Indiana Jones 5. I think that one's gonna be fun and exciting. 3 favorite movies, go. Well, I'll do you one better. Let me open my Letterboxd and let's look at my top 4 on Letterboxd. Which, by the way, you can follow me on here if you want. I really am bad at updating Letterboxd. My top 4 favorite movies on Letterboxd are The Social Network, great movie. La La Land, great movie. Good Will Hunting, excellent movie. And The Age of Adeline, which is another movie that isn't as popular as the first three, but I love that movie so much. One of my favorite movies. Next question, what's your favorite theme park? That's a good one. If we're looking at Disney, I think I love Hollywood Studios. Tower of Terror is my favorite ride. Tower of Terror, not Guardians of the Galaxy. Which I've ridden both by now, by the way. I went to California. I went to Disneyland for the first time ever. There was supposed to be a vlog, and then my memory card decided to break, and that's honestly why I haven't filmed a YouTube video in like 3 months, because I've been like traumatized from that whole memory card breaking experience. I went to California, went to Disneyland, rode the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I don't see the hype. I am still more of a fan of Tower of Terror, like the theming, all of it. I'm just a Twilight Zone person, personally. Anyways, if I had to pick a Disney theme park, I'm picking Hollywood Studios. If I'm excluding Disney, because Disney's just so good, it's like unfair, I love Universal Studios because I love Harry Potter and I'm dying to go back to Universal. I haven't been since 2020. That is so sad. I desperately need to go back to Universal. I miss it so much. I think my life would just be easier if I lived in Orlando, Florida. Next question is, what's your favorite season of Stranger Things? I don't know if I could pick, like, genuinely. I think each season gets better and better and better, and there's certain things I like about each season that I feel like they do better than other ones. I actually genuinely cannot answer that. It also depends on the day. It depends on my mood. Am I in the mood for, like, Christmas? Am I in the mood for, like, Halloween? What am I in the mood for? Am I in the mood for summer? Like, it literally just depends on my vibes for the day. I struggle to rewatch season 4 because it makes me cry, like really badly, but I love them all equally. Like genuinely, I cannot pick. Most underrated and overrated Harry Potter films. Great question, because I actually have a YouTube video coming out next week of me ranking the Harry Potter movies. It's an updated ranking. I haven't ranked them before on my channel. I've ranked them on my boyfriend's channel. I think I've ranked them somewhere. But I did a recent rewatch. I made my friends watch it. I had my own personal rewatch, and then I rewatched them again with Chris on our anniversary. So I had like 3 back-to-back rewatches, and my ranking changed drastically. So I have a video coming out on like my re-ranking of the Harry Potter movies and what I like and don't like about each of the movies. However, I will say I think the most overrated Harry Potter movie, even though the answer is probably Prisoner of Azkaban, but I feel like that one gets the love it deserves because I think it is such a good movie. So besides Prisoner of Azkaban, I think the most overrated Harry Potter movie is Half-Blood Prince. I like that movie. I genuinely do. I like all the Harry Potter movies. I don't hate any of them, but anytime someone tells me that that's their overall favorite Harry Potter movie, like above all of the other ones, I'm like, why? Sorry. I get it. I can understand it being like a top 3, but favorite? Okay. And then underrated, I think Order of the Phoenix is pretty underrated. I also feel like the earlier movies are underrated because I think people just overlook them because the actors are like kids and it's not like dark and dramatic yet, but they're kind of overlooked when they're some of the most fun and like magical movies. Stay tuned for next week. I have a video all about Harry Potter coming out. Current socks that I'm wearing, they're Bombas, if that's how you pronounce them. I think they're my mom's socks. I took them from her because they are very comfortable socks. How to start doing cosplay. I started cosplaying in 2020 when I first got on TikTok, and my first cosplay ever was Gwen Stacy. I think a really good first cosplay is a spider suit, any spider, whatever you want to do. I chose Spider-Gwen because she's my favorite. As somebody who struggles with like body image and what I look like, I was scared to get a spider suit because I was like, I don't want anybody seeing my body in a unitard. But I still think a spider suit is like the best first cosplay to get if you like Spider-Man, obviously. Just because you can film from like chest up. That's what I normally do. Like I film from like the chest up so no one has to see like anything below. If you want to film like your whole body, you can put on sweatpants and have a whole like Peter B. Parker moment from like Into the Spider-Verse with the sweatpants, or you can have like a jacket over it if you want to, like, it doesn't matter, but I just think a spider suit is like a really good, it's like a gateway cosplay, if that makes sense. I just think it's like the best and easiest and sometimes cheapest, like, first cosplay to get. This one's sweet. Sorry to bring this up if you aren't, but do you think you're ready for another cat? That's a good question. For those of you that don't know, I used to have 2 cats that I absolutely love and adore. They're my best friends and they both passed away. One of them, I think, will be 2 years in April, and then the other one will be 2 years in September. Very sad. I used to not be able to talk about it without crying. Still makes me very sad because they were my best friends and I am a huge cat person, huge animal person. Like, I just loved them so much. But I am very ready to get another cat. Like, when it comes to mourning a pet, I'm not necessarily like, oh, I have to wait. I can't, it's too soon. I'm like, I know that the relationship I'm gonna have with a future cat is never gonna be the same as what I had with my first 2 cats, but it's gonna be just as beautiful in its own right, and I'm gonna have just as much fun with my new cat as I did with my old ones in a non-comparison way. Like, it's its own relationship, and it's gonna be just as fun, and I'm gonna love it just as much, just because I love animals. Like, I love animals so much. I look forward to when I will eventually get a new cat. I'm gonna love him or her. Probably gonna get more than one. Very excited. Next question is, how do you get inspiration for content? That's a great question. Let's talk about that one for a second. Because sometimes the hardest thing is finding inspiration for content. For example, like, one of my goals, post on YouTube once a week. That's all good and dandy, but I know I'm like sitting here and I'm like, what am I gonna make a YouTube video about? Like, I just sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to film. I don't have any ideas for anything ever. Couple things you can do to get inspiration. Google is great, and I'm literally not gonna lie, sometimes literally Googling something like YouTube video ideas. I'm also very lucky to have my boyfriend, Chris, who is also a content creator, and he is a good person to like bounce ideas off of. I'll be like, Chris, please help me brainstorm ideas. He's like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And I'm like, oh, excellent, yes, give it to me. I also have like internet best friends that are also content creators, like my best friend Jenna. She does a lot of content as well, and her content is so different from mine, but it's still just as inspiring because she'll post something and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. I love that idea. Wait, I can use that idea, adapt it to something that I normally post. Boom. And then just do a little inspired by Jenna. So like, I have my boyfriend and I have my friends that are also content creators who make it easy to bounce ideas off of. And sometimes I just don't have inspiration. Sometimes I just have dry spells. And it's like that sometimes. What can you do? What team am I? Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Despite the Tony Stark poster in the background of this video, I'm actually Team Cap. But for starters, I always get a little confused when people ask, what team are you? Because it's like, are you asking me based on the politics of the movie? Or are you asking me based on which team am I, like, for the characters? I'm Team Cap still for both. I think Cap was right via politics. I don't necessarily care about Steve Rogers. If you know anything about me, you know Steve Rogers is not my favorite guy in the world. But however, Team Cap does have Bucky and Sam, which are like 2 of my most favorite Marvel characters. So I have to support my boys. I'm loyal. I've always been loyal. If it's Bucky and Sam, I'm there and I'm with them. So I do think probably objectively though, Team Iron Man has the better characters. Iron Man, Black Widow technically, Spider-Man, Black Panther. If you're Team Iron Man, I don't judge you. I don't hold that against you. All of my best friends are Team Iron Man. Chris, Leia, Jenna, Emma, all of them Team Iron Man. So it's fine. Who is your favorite Stranger Things character? Great question. I'll give you my top 5 in order as of the end of season 4. Number 1 is Max. Number 1 has always been Max. I love her so much. So I cried. Number 2, Eddie made his way up to number 2 so fast. It's literally not even funny. And then they took it away from me. They ripped the rug out from underneath me and it crushed me. Number 3 is Hopper. I love that man so much. Number 4 is Lucas. And number 5 is Steve. If any 5 of those characters are on screen, like I'm sat, I'm watching, I'm paying full on attention. Those are like my top 5 absolute favorite. How many Funko Pops do you have? Well, let's just open up my Funko app. According to the app, I might have some that aren't scanned in because I tend to forget to scan them in sometimes. I have 188 Funko Pops, and my collection is worth $5,512. Absolutely slayed. This next question is, how did Chris ask you out? Very cute question. Basically, it was junior year of high school. We knew about each other, like we were in 2 classes together. And then me, him, and a mutual friend met at Panera to write a DBQ for our A-Push class. For those of you that don't know, a DBQ is a document-based question. It's a thing that you have to practice for the AP exam. Whatever. My friend was like, can Chris come? He's my ride. And I was like, yeah, sure. Chris is smart. He'll write the essay for us. Chris came. He literally already had the essay done. And I finished the essay pretty fast. And our mutual friend didn't. So he went off to his own table to like write it by himself. And that left me and Chris alone. And we got to talking. And then he asked for my Snapchat. He was very smooth with it for a 16-year-old boy. And then I gave him my Snapchat. And I didn't think he was going to Snapchat me, but he did. I was like, oh. And then we just got to Snapchatting, and then we started texting each other, and then we hung out for a couple months. And then he was like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, I will. And here we are 6 years later. Shit is crazy. Who is your favorite character to cosplay and why? It's hard to say. I think it depends on my mood. I'll give you my top 3 at the very least. I feel like number 1 is Gwen. I just feel so much myself when I'm in my Spider-Gwen suit. Like, it's not even funny. Even though I'm not blonde anymore, I just know that I am Gwen. It's like not even funny. Number 2, Kate Bishop, obviously. She's like one of my favorites of all time. Absolutely adore her, and I feel very confident in that cosplay. Like, the jacket fits me nice. I wear leggings with it, so I feel very comfortable and secure. And then my 3rd favorite cosplay is probably my Belle cosplay. Love me some Emma Watson. And I love the Belle live action remake. I don't care what anybody says. I don't give a crap about autotune. I don't care. I love it. And I love Emma Watson. I think she's a perfect Belle. And I love that dress. I actually just got that Funko Pop of that dress. And I just love it. Makes me feel happy. Makes me feel pretty. Makes me feel like a princess. Is the unusual couple going to come back? It is. It is. That's another... Did I even finish reading off my New Year's resolutions, or did I not write it down? Well, yes, we are bringing the podcast back. I just tested out like a new setup the other day. Very excited. I have this little LED light thing in the background. It says unusual. I don't have it on right now though, because I think it makes the video do some weird thing because it's an LED light. But regardless, it is coming back. So keep an eye out for that. And go subscribe to our podcast YouTube channel so you don't miss out on an episode. That was a good plug. What are you most excited to see in the Percy Jackson show? Great question. There's a lot that I'm excited to see. I think specifically in the first season, I'm probably most excited to see the battle between Percy and Ares that happens on the beach, because that was just like fully cut out of the movie, and that's like such a cool sequence to read in the book. So I'm very excited for that. I think I saw Walker Scoble like make a statement about how when they get back from the holidays, which they should be back to filming by now, I think, but when they get back from the holidays, they're gonna film that scene, and I got so hyped. I was like, yeah. I'm excited for a lot. I'm literally basically just excited to see everything that they left out of the original movie. Freaking Lin-Manuel Miranda is Hermes. That's gonna be really fun to see. I'm excited for that. I'm just excited about all the casting. Like, the guy that plays Luke looks like he's gonna be good. I'm really excited about the girl that plays Clarice. We're mutuals on Instagram. Shout out to her. I'm just excited for all of it, and I'm excited for them to be very book accurate, because I know that Rick just like has a hand on this show, and it's gonna be so good, and I'm so excited. I have all the faith in Rick and the team. And for those of you that watched my reaction to the Percy Jackson trailer, you guys all saw me cry. Expect a lot more YouTube content for the Percy Jackson show, by the way. I've been wanting to create this YouTube video for the longest time along the lines of everything we know about the Percy Jackson show so far. And I've been wanting to make that YouTube video for literally for months. But I'm like, I know the minute that I sit down and record that video and have it edited and ready to post, they're gonna announce who Poseidon and Zeus are, and I'm gonna be left with a YouTube video without them in it. I just know the day that I decide to film it. So maybe I should film it just so that they can announce it. We'll see. Sorry, that was a Percy Jackson tangent. I apologize. Who's your favorite Harry Potter character? This is gonna sound stupid and basic. Harry Potter. I think he's very underrated in his own franchise though. I adore Harry. I think he's so cute, and I had such a crush on him when I was little. Still have a crush on him now. I adore him. He's my overall favorite for sure. If I had to give you like another one, like a non-basic, non-golden trio favorite, I go back and forth between whether I like Remus or Sirius more. I've been on like a Sirius wave for a while, and then I got this Remus Lupin edit on my For You page the other day, and I was like, oh. And now when I watch the Harry Potter movies and I watch Remus Lupin on my screen, I can't watch him and not see Andrew Garfield mannerisms inside of him. So I think I'll say Remus. This can change literally tomorrow, but for right now, I'm like, besides Harry, we're going with Remus. What was my favorite film from 2022? Once again, we're gonna open Letterboxd. Of the movies that came out in 2022, I don't even know. Oh my God, I don't know if I can pick. Okay, I'll give you 3. The Batman. Obviously. Robert Pattinson, Stand Till I Die. Always have been, always will be. Top Gun Maverick, because duh. Top Gun Maverick is like genuinely one of the best movies I think I've ever watched. Like, I'm not even kidding. Number 3, I'm gonna say The Adam Project. I really, really loved that movie. And I was really excited when Walker got casted as Percy because I loved The Adam Project so much. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna be so good. If you could write a Bucky movie or show, what would it be about? Put me in a room with Kevin Feige for 30 minutes, and we're walking out of that room with a Bucky show in production. It's not even funny the way that I could convince him to make a show for Bucky. I think, first of all, if I had to pick, I would prefer a Bucky show than a Bucky movie, because I think Bucky Barnes at this point in his life is a character that's perfect for the TV shows that Marvel is putting out. The general consensus of the show, I think what it would be is I would have Bucky going off on his own missions, like solo missions, by himself, dealing with, let's say there's remnants of Hydra. Hydra still exists, and he has to go and infiltrate these buildings and stuff and like try and track Hydra down. And so we're seeing him go on these missions, and like as he's doing this and as he's going to all these different places that like are Hydra facilities or whatever, he has to like come to terms with, you know, all the messed up stuff in his head. The show would have a lot of flashbacks like we had at the very beginning of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. We would have a lot of flashbacks because I feel like we really missed out on getting to see Bucky's time as the Winter Soldier. I think that would have been such a badass thing to see, and I hate Marvel every day for not making a movie out of that. But it would have a lot of flashbacks of him in his Winter Soldier days, and then like, you know, you get the picture. And Sebastian Stan's a great actor. He would pull it off so well. You guys, you see me, you understand what I'm saying. Favorite dress you've worn to a school dance? I love this question. My junior prom. I'll put up a picture. I wore the most pretty dress ever. Made me feel like a princess. I felt like Aurora, who is one of my favorite Disney princesses, if you don't know. It was so pretty. I felt so pretty in it. Not your favorite, but in your opinion, who is the best Marvel character? Probably Tony Stark. I feel like he's funny. He has good development. He has good growth as a character. He carries the franchise. He started the franchise. So probably Tony Stark. What fictional character has had the most impact on you? I feel like the most obvious answer to that question would be Bucky Barnes, but the answer I'm gonna give is Gwen Stacy, because like the way I feel for her is just so different from every character ever. Like she is me, and she is everything I am, and literally, I can't watch TASM 2. Like, I just can't watch it. It, like, physically hurts. And when I say Gwen Stacy, I mean, like, every iteration of Gwen Stacy. So, like, Spider-Gwen I love. I have a lot of her comics. I'm obsessed with her. So, she's just my favorite character probably of all time. And I think that's a great place to end. Thank you guys for watching. Let's hope. Here's to hoping that I can stick with posting a YouTube video a week. Or at least trying to. Because sometimes there are weeks where, like, I just am not feeling like filming, and I just have like acne everywhere, and I just feel like so ugly, and I don't even want to sit in front of a camera. So we're gonna try, and we'll see how far we get. But happy 2023. I'm glad you guys are all here, and hopefully this is going to be a great year. I'm excited. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A, but that's about it for this video. So I will see you guys next time. Bye. outro? I can't remember.